Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Amazon Basics cordless vacuum cleaner. Now at the time of making this video they do two models. So there's a standard model, which is this one, and there is a higher spec model, and I'll cover the differences a bit later. But really what I want to do is to basically unbox it, see what tools and accessories it comes with, show you around the vacuum cleaner, and we'll give it a test to see how good it is. So let's have a look. So the first thing I really like is just the simplicity of the box. It's not flash, there's nothing fancy about it, and that's clearly what Amazon are aiming for, is just to go along the very basic route. When it was ordered, I was told it would come in frustration-free packaging, I think that's what they call it. It did come in an external cardboard box, put my teeth back in. It did come in another box, it's a packaging box, but this is the actual vacuum cleaner box. So as we open it, first of all you've got the instructions. Clearly this is high on the agenda for most men, including myself, or not, so we'll put that to the side for the moment. So just having a look around, first of all you've got the mains adapter. Obviously you'll need that to charge the vacuum. You've got the battery, so that will sit separately on the vacuum cleaner. Tools, you've got a crevice tool there. This is one of the other tools. This will be like a 2-in-1 brush, so I'll have a look at that closely in a moment. This is the actual one, so this will attach onto the vacuum itself. Again, what I do really like is that a lot of this is recyclable. I know there's quite a few little plastic bags that can't be recycled, but a lot of this cardboard, once you finish with it, then it can be recycled, which is always a good thing. And as we get into the meat of the box, we've got the cleaner itself. So I'll have a closer look around that in a moment. The wall bracket. That's it, get all the packaging off. So we've got the floor head. So what I'll do is I'll just get all of the packaging to one side and then let's have a closer look. Now just before I start, I know I said at the beginning of the video that this is the Amazon Basics model, and Amazon Basics is almost the brand, but each product has its own model number. I couldn't actually remember the model number, so here it is. It's the VHS 01A1720K BLDC UKB. So it rolls off the tongue, that's why I had to write it down. So whereas Dyson have things like the V6 Animal, nice and simple. I think next time when Amazon bring out a product, then they could make the model number a little bit easier to remember. So first of all, this is the cleaner itself. Must say it's nice and lightweight, and according to Amazon it's about 2.4 kilograms. So again, it's within the area of being classed as a lightweight cleaner. To put the battery on, this is the separate battery that comes with it. Then what you do is you clip it on the back there, and to charge it, as I showed you earlier, just unpack that one, you've actually got the separate charger, so that just plugs into any socket, and then what you would do is you would actually plug it in the back and then give it a good charge. I have just done basically unpack this, and there is some charge in it anyway. But what I'd normally recommend is if you were going to do a proper vacuum, give it a good charge. The runtime on this model is 25 minutes, so clearly that's going to be on the minimum power. I'll just show you the power settings in a moment, put my teeth back in again. but what you'll find is that 25 minutes on this model, and if you were to use it on the maximum power, then that is reduced. They don't quite give a proper figure as to what it will be, and the main reason is it really depends what you're using it on. So if you're using it just like this with the tools, then you would expect to get the maximum runtime. If you're using it with the floor head, then that can reduce the runtime even further. So they don't tend to give those runtime figures. But when it comes to the actual vacuum itself, I must say at a first glance it looks very good. The on and off switch, which is here, which is in a fairly standard position, it's got quite a nice easy grip on there, and what you do is it's a little toggle on and off switch, and that's something that other brands haven't really learnt yet. That some people who suffer with the hands, things like arthritis, especially if you get into an elderly age where you can struggle to hold some of these vacuum cleaners, that some people don't want to keep your finger on the button all the time. Now some brands have actually come up with a separate button or toggle switch on top, but this type of trigger based system is normally based where you have to keep your finger on it all the time. But what Amazon have done is they've actually come up with this system where you just pull the trigger and you don't have to keep your finger on it, so really a very good start. So the next thing to point out is the buttons on top. First of all, you've got the maximum setting. I will show you this in a moment, but it can be a bit noisy with the microphone and the camera so close. So you've got the maximum setting. What that does is that will increase the suction, but it can reduce the runtime. Then you've got the carpet and floor, and that's just determining which surface you're vacuuming on, and it does show you on the display here. I will show you this, but again it can be a little bit noisy. So what it shows you is, first of all, it switches between the maximum and the minimum setting. It's difficult to describe it while it's actually on because it's quite noisy as it's close to the camera. But it does toggle between the carpet and floor settings, so that really determines what you vacuum in. And also there's a little LED that's actually flashing. As you can see, that's getting quite low because this has just come out of the box, so it would need a charge. But that, again, it's a really good indicator just so that you know when it needs to be recharged. So the actual maintenance of the vacuum is very easy. First of all, something you need to do fairly often is to empty it. And on this one, it has a 0.4 litre capacity, so I'd say it's pretty average compared to most other cordless vacuums. Some of the sort of very high-end models, you are looking at almost twice the capacity, but then you are paying a lot more for it. So all you need to do to empty it is clearly go over to a bin. Don't do it over your carpet, but press the button on the front and that just drops down. Any dirt will come out. What you have got is you have got the ability to take this apart. So what you do is you undo that, so that can come off. That's all washable if you want to. The next thing you can do is you've actually got some of the filter arrangement in here. So you've got one filter in here, and this is all washable. So you can take this apart. That's nice and easy to do. It's a quite simple design, but very effective. You don't want to do anything else in here. All you want to do is just get a paintbrush or something, so don't get this wet at all when you're cleaning it. And that just clips back on like that. On the top here you have got another filter, and hopefully you can see here it's got the little padlock symbols. So you just rotate that, and then you've got the filter in the top here. So again, very easy, nice and easy to navigate round, and I do like the simplicity of it so far. So the couple of tools and accessories it comes with. The first one is this is the crevice tool. This is a fairly standard design of tool. and I'd say majority of cordless vacuums come with this. It's really good to get into corners and to put it onto the vacuum. All you do is you locate it there and it just clips on. It's a nice solid click. I know it sounds basic to say that, but I'd always like it when it just fits into position. It's not wobbly at all, which some other cheap cordless vacuums have a tendency to do. But on this, all you do is you press the button to take it off. The next tool it comes with is this one. This is a 2-in-1 tool. Again, quite a few brands have got this kind of design. So this is like it's like a small upholstery type tool, which is round, which is quite unique. Not many brands have that kind of design. And then push that forward and you've got a brush. That's quite a soft dusting brush. So that's good if you're doing things like, I always use the example of going around a hob in a kitchen. So if you spilt some rice and if you just want to go around an area but you want it a little bit more delicate than say the crevice tool, then that's a good option. And again, that just fits on the vacuum like that. This is the next tool it comes with. This is actually the main floor head. And the reason I say this is actually a separate tool is you can actually use it on the vacuum without the extended wand. So what you can do is you can actually use it as, say, like a big turbo brush. So other products like Dyson normally have a mini turbine head, or mini turbo brush as they call it. But on this one you can actually use it like this. And the advantage is, if you're doing things like the stairs, that's always a good example, then this is a great way of doing it, mainly because it makes it a lot lighter than having to use the wand as well. A couple of things to point out. When you're actually using the vacuum, the carpet and floor, I don't think I mentioned it earlier, what it will do is it actually varies the speed at which the brush rotates. So it doesn't necessarily turn it off. What it would do is it will actually vary the speed, and I'll try and show you that. And again, what you'll see is it's actually got like a headlight at the front. So if you're doing say under a bed or under table and chairs where it's a little bit dark, or if you like to vacuum in the dark, then this is the one for you. But I'll just quickly show you that. First of all, you've got the light on the front. So hopefully you could hear the difference in the speed at which the brush rotates. When it comes to maintenance on this, then it's very easy. There's not a lot to do, but all you would normally do is unclip that from the side, and to pull the brush out. That's it. So I'll try and get my hand out of the way. You just pull that, and then the brush itself is nice and easy to come out. Easy to get hairs and things off, and then when you want to put it back together, just locate it down the side there, make sure that's fully in place, and then just get that plastic clip and that pushes there, and then you're ready to go. So that's the wand that it comes with, and to put that on, that just clips on like that. And something I do often get asked about other vacuums is, can you use the normal tools in the end here? You don't have to use the main motorised head, and the answer is yes. So all you need to do is just clip that in. So it's just a nice simple design. If you want to say get up high, then you've always got that option with the other tools as well. So it does also come with this. This is the wall bracket and the actual vacuum. So once you've screwed this onto the wall, and I must say it did come with a couple of raw plugs and screws as well. But to actually put this on the wall bracket, it just sits on like that. So it's a fairly sturdy design. And also what you've got is the option to put the tools underneath as well. So I'll just show you that you've got, they just clip into place. And if things like that once you've got it on the wall, then it just keeps all the tools and accessories out of the way, rather than putting them in the drawer where most people put things to be in a safe place and then you end up losing them. So what I want to do now is to give it a bit of a test, and I'll be trying 3 different things. The first one on porridge oats. Now just to note that this carpet isn't actually very nice for vacuuming on. It's quite wiry, and sometimes some of the food that I'll test can almost go into the carpet. But let's give it a go, and just to note, it will be on maximum suction as well. So the next one to try is some rice. So the last thing to try are cornflakes. Now this is normally quite a difficult challenge, especially with this type of head. I'll give it a go, and then what I'll do is I'll show you with the crevice tool to see what kind of difference it makes. So let's give it a go. Okay, I don't think I need to try it with the crevice tool. Quite a few other brands have actually struggled doing that. What it does is actually pushes the cornflakes along, but considering this is the first time we've used it, I'm actually really impressed. So I'll be honest, I was actually quite surprised with the performance of it. I wasn't expecting it to pick up the cornflakes as it did. Now on this model, this comes with the main head, so this is like a main drive head. There is also another model, and on that one you do also get a fluffy head with it, and that's normally used for things like the bigger particles like the cornflakes. But I must say that even with this model I was actually really impressed. And the other main difference on the better model, the higher spec model, is that the runtime is slightly longer. So whereas on this model you get up to 25 minutes, on the next model you get an increased runtime of up to 30 minutes. So would I buy the other model? I'm not quite sure, although sometimes if you're actually using it on a hard surface, things like laminate floors, then the fluffy head is normally quite an advantage compared to this type of head. Now if you are thinking of purchasing one of these, then I have provided a couple of links below, whether it's for this one or the higher spec model. And they're normally the main competitive prices. As you can appreciate, at the moment it's mainly on Amazon that you can purchase this, but whether they will roll out these models to other retailers like ourselves. I hope you enjoyed this quick video on the Amazon Basics cordless vacuum cleaner. I can't remember the model number, it was way too long. And a tip for Amazon, when they bring out the next model, then please make the model number a bit easier for me to remember. But as I say, hope you enjoyed the video. Please give us a thumbs up on a YouTube video, click subscribe and leave any comments below. I'd always ask for comments, whether it's good or bad, about the video, what you thought about it. Also, if you've got any questions about this, then leave a comment, or if you've actually got one, if you've taken the plunge and bought one, then let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.